Round 4, race 1 then, Dragon's Trail. What have we got a Brands Hatch logo up?
Just getting my own back for last time, son.
Yeah, okay. It's the Toyota SFR 272 brake horsepower, 1311 kilos, racing soft tyres, and it is, in fact, Dragon's Trail. Now, race 1 then saw Hirao from Japan join the rest of the drivers, but unfortunately, he left his car at home, so had to borrow the spare car from 4 Great Media. And they were hoping that the setup was going to suit him. It was only his second time in this car.
On the starting grid then was Dasman out in front, Buzz in second, the DrTraxxer, DrTraxxer in third, Don Desmo for CK, then Thunderbolt, Reaper, a new driver from the USA, and of course, Hirao from Japan.
And close racing is what we expected with this group of car, and that's exactly what we got. Buzzing straight on it on the first lap and took Dasman into the first corner. Dasman, it wasn't long before he made a little mistake, and that allowed DrTraxxer through into second place. Now Traxxer really had the bit between his teeth to score points over his rival Buzzin'. And at the end of lap 1, it was DrTraxxer who got up the inside of Buzzin' to take the lead. But Buzzin' wasn't going to settle for second place, and he got right into the slipstream of Traxxer as they headed down the main straight. Got a great tow off him. Traxxer making it difficult by sending Buzzin' the long way round, but it was Buzzin' who outbraked him into the first corner and took the lead back. And this battle ensued for the next 3-4 laps until they entered the Devil's Chicane side by side. And at a great respect, they gave each other a lot of room, which unfortunately made DrTraxxer run out of bounds. The stewards tried to intervene, but the drivers agreed between themselves that due to the fact that they were giving each other so much room, that move was totally valid. DrTraxxer then leading into the last bend, Buzzing trying once more to get past, but realising it wasn't going to happen. DrTraxxer then taking the race win for race 1, Buzzing in second place. So confirmed then, DrTraxxer first, Buzzing in second, Don Desmo in third, CK a well-deserved fourth, Dasman managed to pull himself back to fifth, Thunderbolt in sixth, Hirao from Japan in seventh, and Reaper in eighth. Everything to play for then in race 2. So by virtue of reverse grid, Hirao leads them into the last corner and down the main straight then. And second place, it is Thunderbolt. Oh my goodness me, look at DrTraxxer. He's got well out of shape and he's lost it before even starting the first lap.
But don't forget, he is the Traxxinator and he'll be back.
Indeed, and Thunderbolt is getting the toe off Hirao and looking to make a move up the inside of the first bend. Is he going to be able to brake late enough? No. Hirao seems to be mastering this little Toyota very quickly indeed. It's only the second time he's driven it, certainly around this course, as we go on board with Buzzin', who's, gives CK a bit of a nudge there as if to say, come on mate, get your toe down, as Don Desmo lurks in the background then. Buzzin' looking to make a pass on CK nice and early on this Dragon Trail sprint race.
As I always used to do when I was racing, to get in there early.
Look, let's not have a repeat of what happened last time. Dasman then right on the back of Hirao, and I think that was DrTraxxer being forced wide by Don Desmo there and hitting the barrier. Has certainly disappeared from sight as Dasman heads down the hill with Buzzing getting the top in. They're both looking to get on the inside of Hirao, and I think they've pulled it off. Indeed, they had the 2 4 Great Meter boys working very well there. Buzzing, Dasman right on the limit as they head into Devil's Chicane. Buzzing right on his bumper as they've taken Hirao through the second section of the Devil's Chicane. Then they all look to be safely through as we go on board with Dasman. Look at his graphic. I think he's thinking about DA there.
Yeah, unfortunately, DA couldn't be in these races today. He's on family duties, as is Mattman, and K-Dub is moving house, I believe.
Yeah, absolutely fascinating, Stewie, as we see Buzzin' trying to get a toe off Dasman down the main straight. Don Desmo really putting CK under pressure. It's Thunderbolt then, Dazman buzzing as they head down into the first corner to the left. And it's hard on the brakes. Dazman getting right on the back of Thunderbolt as he flashes the lights there. Buzzing, trying to get on the back of Dazman, as I said, but it's definitely Dazman who's harrying Thunderbolt as they head into the very fast right-hander. But Thunderbolt just seems to be holding him out. Why does he keep flashing the lights all the time? It's not as if he's got a car in front of him, Thunderbolt, but every bend he's coming to, he's flashing the lights, and look, he's done it again. What's going on there? Yeah, it is something that some of the racers who use a control pad find that if they're driving on the left-hand stick, you push down on the stick and it flashes the lights. It does sometimes happen as you're entering some of the corners, and Thunderbolt seems to be pulling away a little bit from Dazman, and his buzzing tries to go up the inside of Dazman. Now, is he going to pull this off? He's gone very tight, but Dazman's gone wide, and they're neck and neck. Who's going to come up better here? A little dab on the brakes from Buzzin. He thinks better of it before the Devil's Chicane, and he's backed off quite a bit there, and I think he's going to be too far away to get a toe off Dazman through the tunnel section, and indeed he is. Dazman's made a little bit of ground up on Buzzin there. So Thunderbolt heading into the last corner. He's got Dazman breathing all over the back of that Texas livery, and he gets well out of shape. Dazman keeps the line. Thunderbolt might even succumb to Buzzin here. He's got right back on him. He's pulled straight out. No messing about trying to get the toe. He's got the speed already as they head down the main straight. Thunderbolt tucking right back in to try and get as much speed back at a Buzzing slipstream, but he's not close enough, and it's going to be Dazman into the first chicane then. Oh, and look at Don Desmo. He's nearly punched it out straight up the backside there. That was a case of nearly outbreaking himself. That could have ended in disaster, if you ask me. If you didn't like that when I was driving, you'd be stone cold dead. Yeah, as I keep trying to tell you, Stewie, this is esports, okay? It's not life-threatening. Dazman then leads Buzzin into the very fast downhill section. Buzzin, this is his favourite section on this track. He normally gets a bit of drive, and Dazman just touching the gravel there. Buzzin getting the slipstream from him. I'm sure he's going to try and move down the very fast downhill section. He's getting a slipstream. As I said, is he going to pull out? And he does. He's going for the move down the inside. Dazman late on the brakes, but I think Buzzin's got it. You have to see, though, there was a lot of respect given by Dazman there to give Buzzin the room for that manoeuvre. I know they've been racing together since the GT5 days, and certainly on GT6 they've got a lot of respect for each other. They do a lot of testing together, and certainly have done a lot of development work along with DrTraxxer for this Head Candy Championship. I can't believe that for once I'm actually agreeing with the little Scot. So Hurrah then, back in 6th place. He's trying to get on the back of CK, who's been overtaken by Don Desmo, of course. These three quite a way back from the leading group, as we see Thunderbolt trying to stay in touch with Dazin. Oh, Dazin! Oh, made a right cock up there, son, didn't you? Do you want a dead leg? No. Do you want a dead leg? No. Well, button it. Right. So, it's Buzzin then, up on 2 wheels as they go through the first chicane then, followed by Dazman and Thunderbolt. He's dropped back quite a bit from these two. They're really cooking on gas now and got their pedal to the metal as Dazman brakes hard for the right-hander, and then it's accelerate all the way up the hill into the very fast downhill section. And Dazman looks as though he's trying to find a way past. He's trying to take advantage of getting the slipstream, but Buzzin is renowned for getting out of the slipstream. He manoeuvres around quite strategically and not to give the slipstream advantage. You can see him weaving around, not to give the slipstream advantage to the car behind, even if it is his teammate. Braking hard then for the hairpin. Dazman looks as though he's got great drive though out of this bend as they head towards the Devil's Chicane, with Thunderbolt in the background still trying to stay in touch with these two. Dazman, I think he's going to get the advantage of the toe as they come out of this section. Oh, right on the limit there, Buzzin. And Dasman, I think, is going to try and pull out a move up the inside as they head to the last corner. Is he going to be able to make this stick? I think he's going to have the better line. Buzzing, he's going to have to try the switchback, but Daz is wise to that one and covers the line, pulls out of the slipstream. Buzzing pulls back into the slipstream, and I think he's going to have a go at Dasman down this straight. Well, it really is a game of cat and mouse between these two, and they're really pulling away from Thunderbolt now at an extreme rate of knots. Dasman making Buzzing go a long way round, and they nearly touch. I'm sure they would have been aware just how close they were then, touching door handles as Buzzing takes Dasman up the inside, but Dasman's looking to get the switchback. This is amazing racing from these two, and Dasman has taken first back.
Well, this is absolutely amazing racing from these two, you have to say. And it reminds me of when I was racing with Graham Hill, of course.
No, don't. Just don't, okay? Dasman then heads into the very fast downhill section. The speed they're carrying, reaching speeds of up to about 145 in this SFR. Oh, Dasman's gone a little bit wide, and I'm sure Buzzing is going to try and get right on the back of his bumper here and get the slipstream. Indeed, he has. We're going to see Buzzing make a move down here. I'm sure Dasman, I think, gentlemanly pulls out of the racing line. Indeed, he does. That was extremely respectful there. He knew he'd lost speed. He knew Buzzing was coming at an extreme rate of knots, and he gave him the space to come through.
That was a very gentlemanly move, and not unlike the kind of thing that I would have done in my day.
You're sailing really close to the wind at the moment. Just watch your step. Through the Devil Chicane then, Buzzing, chased by Dasman. Thunderbolt way back in the background there as Dasman's pulling out, just showing Buzzing his nose to say, don't forget that I'm here, buddy, as they take the last corner and head down the main straight then for the last time. And I think it's going to be Buzzing that's going to take it. Indeed it is, mainly because of that gentlemanly move by Dasman, and it is Buzzing who takes the race win as he weaves. Dasman is right on his tail. Thunderbolt, a brilliant third place from him. Fourth it's CK, and fifth it's Hirao. The official result then, Buzzing takes first just from teammate Dasman. Third place is Thunderbolt. Fourth for Don Desmo. A well-deserved fifth for CK. Sixth is Hirao. A very disappointing seventh for DrTraxxer, and eighth was not taken by Reaper. He did in fact not start the race due to technical problems. Join us again for round 5 of the Head Candy Championship.